Uji Dudia.
And also I shall say our major European centers. Now okay, I have 5 major leagues in Nana. Now just matches about our Germany matches about so and some Italy every basso and so our chess Premier League cafe will call near Canada bonus league anymore and just a friendly champagne games about so Nano. Yeah, our Bramano Casino and that matches about Omwa. Woman Sabia Yamia matches I combat me and your personal fee. Woman somebody survive Asher and a woman some where say be a top 4 and I said some by a top 5 in Nano. Woman some about me again qualification of a woman somebody qualified any kind of 20 say Woba baby say Premier League Grima answer and your points accrued I know I UEFA Omoko efficient enteno and your teams Amakuma 5 our Premier League and so from the table and some other qualify and Sana Yamia Duma and your final our Europa and and some Tottenham Abadia Manchester United Robert Biano who gain automatic sport our near your final Champions League anymore and also next season to Manchester and some other so young La Liga anymore not just a Premier Division and I'm a Drino your Bobo Cavanasa Las Palmas one body a Vallecano now Vallecano for Camano and some other Cosunino I started to Gran Canaria and a German Canasa Las Palmas game and on some Babetia Basso Rafino and some Francisco you say Hernandez and a German Canasa game winner one on some other property and what you call Italy and SM Milan Timino almost some game Basso Italy Milan and some double game our stadio I Giuseppe Miazano or Fanasa Livio Marinelli and some other center referee our bra and you may about 6:45 and AC Milan woman some other Bobo Fanasa Bologna woman some game and some other console Milan for woman some other finish I had this is our bra after 3 matches I'm here AC Milan and some over 57 I wish I would come on Salaxua. Woman, that also Marco and Siena. Woman, I was 63. And today, young Sabia Malone for about Peke, I have a bad points. I can't in an affair. Woman, some I hope you say, Tim from Drummond and some other drop I have points and sell European football. Woman, some let me be now. I have German in Swa. Your bonus, I can't back name. And Basso, where I am about Farsa, Wolfsburg, Gomo Bomo Gamino, and somebody at TSG Hoffenheim, where I am gamer, who call I have Wagen Arena, and one Anna Matthias Schollenbach, Alcocorisa gamer, and on Basso about Hoffenheim Gamino, and on some other course our way, our branding and on Semino, yet Emma, yet for another pay, and some other short so Yamia Martina, and I just a French league, one some poor matches, and a games I would do. And also another course watching I have simultaneously natures and a draw I have 7 o'clock and a matches and also never to me a bustle when you say Oko France Amopo I have 34 matches our bra 134 matches on Saturday and some I have week 33 and I just one game and also another course for update I'm not here when you say our drama day I have something and some not Emma Shadow Mammy PSG woman some that now and a pay woman Cassari about to say from Paris Saint-Germain, woman sporting management, SNA, and about the coaching staff, woman, some agreement, essay, Yamiar Mochina, were Paris Saint-Germain, and some game, and yet I am on pay, and some Awano, will be on the league, Amazon data, and some other colleague, the Ayamotia, and what you say. You want to just say, and now you can say, woman to be ever rested. Now, some resume a training. I am my next week, Wednesday night, just a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Woman buys some alcohol rested, and you will be on the Yasa. I yet not to know. Woman, your opportunity, I goalkeeper now. Your family, Gianluigi Donnarumma, almost a K. Aqua Bojuma, hey, Brahman, Kono Quatro Home, one, I a goalkeeper, Waba rested, Ebium, I Hakimi, one say Hakimi so Bojuma Papa, one some uncle rested, one captain, I am Marquinhos, I know, and some uncle rest our fear, and what you on left back now. Your father said Nuno Mendes, and so I go, a bunch of William Pacho, one of some other Marquinhos, I yet to my pa, our central defense was Sane at the Madonna, one say Fabian Ruiz, and some Corrested, and a Vitinha, and some uncle rested, one of them, one of your players, as I said, I'm a second. And Perforce a sporting department and coaching staff no and some ana agreement and no aye mantia mako best 7 ache so munyina no and some akwa still wa brana no promise start aye training and no aye next week Wednesday and Sunday wo so training and nkomo was baso no nyina no and some aye adwuma na wa be ko baso PSG wo ma qualify ko final nyame ya doma 31st of this month him say wo mani bobo qualify Inter Milan na Azuris and some Arabia na PSG for no William say, "Womu qualify as supporters no, will be a young attacking Mbappe. Ebi mo coin Mbappe DM and send messages any at the answer. Womu qualify ana omobekas and say the PSG no, womu bought more as a team. Na say any Mbappe be ama coach no crown no and some other Caribbean womu lose Mbappe na a big blow. No moment womu not defend as a team. Womu sa attack as a team. No mom. Jamin say messages out wa. Yes, almost and some other coaches or more target by now. Your fans say Mbappe, yes, fans and Bacchus and Cosa. Bama, Medasa Pasa will free Paris Saint Germain Koyo. Now, and free here, and questions say, we are Sebasa eternally, Maza. Yet, Dawase, yet, Cosa Babiama, Sabia, we are seeing, I must say, near Sababiam Kawatanabi, Selfie PSG, Alco, Wukoye Nama Champions League final and Paris Saint Germain, woman some qualify, Bacchus message and some other say Paris Saint-Germain ko final na yeru se by this time ayo ya pa say show e ko dem e ko zigizagam na ayo ya uko ye ya na the same season no ye some ye ko final ana ba ko some other message ko say wo free am chese uko ye Champions League uko say we say wo ko Champions League at Madrid baby a uko ye no wo mantimi an qualify for enu the semi final na di omuyi wo free mu no ye ani you won't free mu until you go final, you come final without war. I just more and Shema. Willimua and Tosini. I just a messages alcopa. Bakoso say I'm dawase. So free club no Marco says oh no womb and not just all your problem. And some Paris Saint Germain. One and not just all tears so Wababe just this will be I'm a team Koyanim Debiani Jinafako. And the last hour Bakoso Bas also know what the Yamias say on also corner and Paris Saint-Germain woman you stronger without who Mbappe also message in Kwasana now say Real Madrid almost supporters and so bana what counter defend here and you say Madrid for no ebi so basa masa nadia bonim kwana kwada ketwai and some be a dinani araba kweba sa ye kan mo pamu ntwemu ene mo Eiffel Tower enya pa Champions League ema ku 15 money who be da and we are say na Chelsea Real supporters no wo mo som toba na messages akwari nyina no ba ko som asani picture no aye message no aye isi say Paris na Chelsea ene Paris no this is aye Paris Chelsea message no ba ko ana Chelsea Eiffel Tower Bako some body picture aye Osman Dembele ejinam awo kisi aye Paris Saint-Germain wo mo badge no ana bako so send coach ne dia na just all celebrating near aye can say go wonem our bench no nyina no wo mo send dia kwakoma akwadana men Real Madrid supporters so I respond here and no and some aye kakra filmu and the ebe wa brasan some nyina no ye de ema ye chofa enano pay and some our show no so onim say ye di kan ya baba tu kasa no polybobo no mama Kevin to Branya no Get a better cassa was still or I should think cassa on a bono. We bet me out about Premier League minimum. I am man sitting for a year so per se. Woman about standard a contract amano. What yes here now yet about 2 January about touch now sake of time. I get no poly for almost say woman I Kevin to Branya. I'm a deny say Liverpool for say and you know credit that so woman offer to Kevin to Branya and no make I pass and one and some our sports bite a passer. Napoli Farania Prepa, Jamaian and Nano according to Al Martino, Womo, Edia Bassa, Napoli for say a 2-year contract, and a Brantana, your father coming to Branya, Womo some other summer tomano, option of another year. I just said, don't know about 3 years no, and on some nation. Now to Branya will be already offers there, and short day on the table also Saudi Arabia for the bar and watch it collapse our Premier League anymore. Sir, Medicani about to him say, Ebumukranum, your podium sir and your Chelsea bobo no sankamoko for Van Dijk and Van Dijk dey and also anya dwuma dia and you dey ntina abranta won say to Branya no munko enkofa na Chelsea ama Chelsea clubs no bi abo Premier League ni mu a wo so anya bema omo papa German second say na Napoli nya brana wo abeso mu use owura ye fa no say Romelu Lukaku at the conference aye to Branya Serbia wono anso abetimi aba ebiam omo fu say unya Kevin to Branya antene ba abranta won say Lukaku no Saudi Arabia for to me fa ne onko obeste next season afi wono so akoswa ye dwumaden and some adiama bobokua ye fa no say Napoli ani nyina aye update no and some afi omaso deba na nyame ya mo chena ba mo chimfom abeje omo title celebration no and also abakoso Bayern ebo Borussia Mönchengladbach na aye 4:30 nyame ya mo chena ana sa game no and also abakoso coach no ebai the press conference about so coach ye fa no Vincent company was say ye want to just say se bibia akoye dia ene nyame ya no chena wo number 1 goalkeeper ayemano Noya was Mano Noya ababa back na fe wono so ababa ram e wo game mu ana sentweni ba ku bisa no say na wo chena na edemo Meister ababa shamo nsam no anya bia no Noya as a captain and a lefty and asabia Thomas Muller e konintino wono ana baba mena peja and asabia for the first time na Harry Kane eje title intino Kane and a lefty ayemo trophy aye farisa Meister na coach na say ono wanim do hia sa trophy na ba dwale savida na ebe we no ma peja say we na be peja so bente anasa wan na peja masa do onima no say ba mo chimba variance aje aye title and somebody so mo now so na manager no answer obeje because as a coach one kasa kan pay anopaya wa bra what done a press conference eba so na coach no say yamantu twa say ono title award as a coach no I was say a message I was say some yesuade eduma wa wutie ene wa wo hwe because on one kasa no come on wo popo wo ka place and no type prapa na on Vincent company and so be our type na so titles on your BJ and was started a managerial career on your be our team and 101 points at the gaining promotion about Premier League was under the same team and some relegatee Manchester Drew obi announce on tire sabi no company no team B arasa bamunchin ebeba and they bind at the adwuma no on hoiness no Karl-Heinz Rummenigge ganom and it says Dresden no and perforka no wo nyina kan bi at the adwuma man ntina so wo hwiase and you we ya no na e dey wotena bi and you man so abefa yenchese ma bamunchin Bavarians am coach na ye for some Vincent company and some that to garify title na nyame ya mo chena wo baba left no ho.
Of course, I'm very, very happy. I'm also grateful because, you know, obviously my story, and I hope it's a good story for a lot of people. You know, my story is in the last 4 seasons. It's loss in the cup final, promoted with 101 points and winning the league in 2nd division in England, which is tough. It's tough. And then relegated from the Premier League to then have the confidence of Bayern Munich and Max Christoph and many people, Uli Hoeneß, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, many people behind the scenes to really feel this confidence. And then have the opportunity to win a trophy in Germany. It's a story with a lot of meaning for me, because I said it many times. I think in my career I was a player with a lot of injuries. At the end, you see the trophies. At the end, you see the accolades. But during my career, it wasn't easy to have a career at all. You know, I had many injuries. So then in my coaching time now, to go through the highs and the lows as well, and then to now have a trophy. So it means a lot. But in the end, I have the feeling more that it's the beginning of something rather than the end. Although it's Bundesliga Meister, it's so important, you know. But I have the feeling it's the beginning of something more than the end. Of course, I'm very happy. I'm also grateful because
coach over fans Vincent Company and I'll just say again except in no and so the my for an anno pay I was shown so I pray Guswa Yena just a German one anno when him say Aquadana your fan Sam and Zabi Alonso Elkona Shabi Alonso Kwawokwe na just I there I was Sabia replacement Abba now replacement no Unsana Medica stories I'm a macacho sir we consider coaches in be sir every 10 game Satam Kameka say 10 gay favorite and watch it maybe Fabregas our Juma and some Adama Como and so the Etrone Yasu drew Germany Emsa Sense no yes Santia Union no Sasana Bakodia and yes Fabregas Ebetimiaka and some Adiama Leverkusen Jumana Nafe one of some Arab Tuaso Adiama Saita your friend is Leverkusen our Branino and some update Elba one more consider a yes Shafi one of my former coach Ama Bouncer Avo Abelwa a former player and some Real Madrid and some Ten Hag and when you know so abomene we must say I Fabregas understand it all now Leverkusen coach you know when him say Alonso El Comedy can about to him say what the message Ediama bad new fear Leverkusen for say walk Wontumi to asubim Geminian say and then a press conference about so because Ochina one game ABN the press conference I say Shabi Alonso at the announcement about to just official in the Jumadi Obedia and some Adama bad no fear Leverkusen in no one of some other Baba see or call I will be at him say Real Madrid and so now coach now your fans Alonso and some alcohol now I buy Alonso as some our Germany you to just all joining Real Madrid you know man one of the coaching staff because there's so many players and Kebia what about TB so now can put up Barcelona Dynamo German can say Alonso no bawo be or the coaching staff abana owura ba ko bidie yes won sin from ba ko kra na assistant aye Sebas Paria na Sebas Paria ayo bia ba bi obeko bia no wonenom ana eko ana the physical trainer and some Alberto Encinas and so bia coach no won sin from your same amodene ba answer na no me be catch Antonio Pintus awo no aye physical trainer Edema Bobokua your some Madrid and Jumadiano one some lose essence players no said one see proper Edamili Tao no co Nantono Rudiga no co David Dalaba no sopra Danny Cafe no soprano Yana had in terms of physical coach no number my faith Yaba from Amsan and Mentos no and some Antonio Pintus no one bet me a Sakeno I'm a Shabi Alonso and the physical trainer na your fans Alberto Encinas and some Aba I know update Eba won something no yet Emma you tell for an anno pay and some I was sure so not German can say Alonso ba Madrid no when him say and you say Aquadana fan Endrick Fanamamie Mete say Endrick ayo be a mother for no say on your office because other clubs are monitor boy no and some I will say oh sensational now Odenaba say be honorable loan and Kadabu pa yes Madrid say Boynum anya for sale and now Kodano so loan unko na aba so much as Kodano or you untouchable or on sakana enye ye enti mo ma imagine somebody a debia free and a loan no masa Kodawe moninum free mu books no mu anya de so boynum so benya time aba man for jetum sam I was say wo mo signings am coach na ye fa na Alonso or banamom enkonkwe sam ye wholesome say bia ho say change say wo mo pamu pino ma se bia Dabi, Wamon Pamo 13, and Kotobia 17, Ebia, Bakumi and Sabi, yes, about me augmente almost quite in the Sarabea, and some other suit coach now. Your friends Alonso Bay, the Bay, and Ancelotti Elqua, Womania Jatum Sam. Coach Ancelotti we won the final game area and almost some January 25th of this month and a coach now your family Carlo Ancelotti Real Madrid and some January come and farewell and no and so Abasona woman can say a game against Arsenal Madrid and to me unqualified what kind of you be our time monitor you Jumadi Amade truth just say Real Madrid Abama coach now Kanamum listen say almost consider say oh no and the finest best coach our Real Madrid womu history mu womu tini abas oye the best ever coach wo coach Madrid ni tino eni kwansa mo pamono aguna ni ase I was say ye ni monyam she honorably wo be jano kwano machine ni monyam say wonom about first time asaba the second time ababa yaduma and so adiama Madrid I after Arsenal and about so munya agree say I was say coach no womu som jano kwama no ko ewa brano pay no and no update aba sansam ni no ye de ema ye for anano pay and some I was sure so young call aya let to come Madrid o real fan sa Diego Simeone yes for the first time I think and obabenya banana I just attack and ne ba pani we no ye fan Gianluca Simeone yes one in the goal no and some after for Benjamin Holiday announcement about Banu Kochaskan never say bia wa fa from one Daniel aya ni sam the I obey this can banner be me gane obono just can mira jikan kre no gane who's wrong ga we but only the money for crack na Jameson can say manager your phone says Simeone so an address and squad no I was some oshemukina and nti omo ye untouchable 1-2 dia yet me to Emani ye one aye goalkeeper your phone Jean Oblak almost one aye untouchable 2 aye Marcos Llorente ono som aye untouchable 3 aye Akwadana your phone say no more one also amontono Pablo Barrios and some account at some amount phone no enum aye Giuliano Simeone on one kasane bano akurani Bob Bruta one of otos enum ensia aye Alexander Solov anafe and sono aye Julian Alvarez womo aye players amakuma ko 7 de ebanisa omo aye untouchable and some obo kwa fanisa let to go 1-2 dia wa wakabia bibia betimi ese womo betimi agya ukwan wo betimi akwabonti on loan ananse womo som betimi am west no aye serious city our brano pay no ya the update mama Real Betis akwadana ya fanisa Anthony say born dia unia chesampa into Manchester City sikaka sere koto ne buy no na onsa mabeka say akwadano Betis won benya o sanko stay na Anthony awoso stay no nimsa metesa yes Betis I'm a president ya fan Angel Haru the attacker angel no Angel Haru say akwadawe omo no ebe difficult to omo nya yanka akwada ntina na so president say gomu ye season no na chese bia 30th June etwamwa wama panse bia omne bobo kwa fansa Manchester mpanfo no ensom abetena se akana wama makwa ma akwada na fansa Anthony ensom estenu akoswa bono ede ama Real Betis sense na de omunya na mopa because sikadie womu ni bi ana sikano so Manchester edimante no less than 50 million euros no womu hunsum nchewosa womu ni Manchester trans aya meeting ansana womu som etimi abese bia akwada no enso ebese ikai gondo one say ayesika samuntina man free Barcelona na okoka branch na asema manfo beka bia na omosopa na ama wo mujane kwa wo say ono wo bia about timu na bia o yes crack on the contract ne so a ono bia osika asem nya no ai no san media men ko ba bia mansoma asebe fame ana chinchira me jimisika dabi na oso woko na makwan ama Barca sika asem no wo mum etimi balance omo books into the end no na club no aya we one once aya went to the wife ekra catches oh na Pep Guardiola sa Pep de wa woni pano no asa agro ase ani bresem ampa Pep na ba so oh baba dia I love it. I said it's eternity. Papa Gajan say, "When we kwani omra, and nam so man sa bank esikasema na enkoye our boss and one person we cause problems. And am obianunti and man free bobokua. Your father say boss and some about Man City ebiam na. Answer now we come last weekend, you know. Boss kwak about Valladolid make hyper. Some can either say Friday and answer last week Saturday. Emma make catch us and traditionally when we gamer Arianum maybe above teams when management share our restaurant na matanasia tonsa di dinner media foster unity and I make catch us Ronaldo woma enti sa meeting no crown aduane die no anya de sem abeba so awiana ampa amaso na say nya ya de enye fe enti president Fansa Ronaldo Nazario onom aya penny adama Real Valladolid enso ama restaurant bako awo Valladolid kromo womom afano La Parrilla di San Lorenzo na La Parrilla di San Lorenzo sharafa restaurant na mama chef na no yi akoko full one every oven mo no masori ona womo ye nuane o masa sikado na wo akoko ya otimisa so pa na La Parrilla onom yes Ronaldo aya arrangement say anka bonsa fano kwatena se na odi omunko ankodidi na ebi omunfa sa omantimi ama adaya so say Valladolid ayetima enkoye am so relegation kwa so no monam no na omo say ko aye back to aye near kan say La Liga B Anintino, woman say omunya safe, say Oya Ronaldo, now type pia our supporters no, woman sabe kikao, and abia Oya management member, now I do some pia, woman no omo fa won chokra, Nintino, no musro, say Usa Basa Battown dia, woman said a team Cassiana Banti, and Perifonum Nabapi, Nankabia France or my ready, sir, when they come at Geriacho Ronaldo, Nebioma Tomo, Edia Banning and Canobaso, and Nintino Ronaldo, I say, woman to me, Pierre Maniano. So boss of us, and yes, omo dase sebia Bobo Cravan San Valladolid Ronaldo at the nice guest Shabia to say and some battery na ya reason tia and I'm so am a traditional and dear I was anke basso area ni na no and I'm so to be am so boss at no one plan for El Clasico when your time am on the town of pay ye jumadi and I sports biter me catch I was say Classic on the pa na almost so much so much yet said ye ubo video game no na cameras ema kumako 40 ebi a slow motion ebi a drone workers ebe share classic no aya makumako 500 na sa jumadi ebe kama pa na report amensa kan say enwanom yes say omuwie meeting no ewo omu training ground so na no ho no me say boss a technical team Hans Flick Eddie animal and some managers a playing body any players no and we were fans of Walla Porter any Deco Bowen Kekich woman na patronic grounds so we here and yes some first one no meeting at there one beton side di ye kodiri oh any no omotena se di eton side di match say na feeling come up me say barbecue kakakra kwaso nami ahuja so ye dan ne akusa na chesa when sonu gujaimu atasa me kwando kaso wodi yaro me kwando sesi aba na choso mo totonam yi masa na yese wo mo di we na La Porta say wo be so kan bibi kaka na do be so kan nyina no sara mo bia ma ne ren ho say Champions League o mantimi anko final na se munimo a mo kan mo maso ate yes ebi ni mo ya juma pa we do mo fa ni stick na ha na mo ya juma pa enti juma de mo bobi mo ren ho kra na mo nkan hu say nyame yarma Sunday a big game I was a kwambi aso ye shankrofo no na omo kasa ana biem owie Hans Flick ensom akasai ama Jamensa kan nyina no sa wo wie ye benya plus no ba komienu bi omo a wo mo ye heavyweight our locker room ensom sure mpanifo no sa anya de se bi elimination our Champions League no mo ebetimi ha bibia na omo tutum se na omo bre because wo mo bo extra time no mom ebeduru Sunday wo mo fitness level ebeduru 100% our bra woman some Madrid game no and no Elbaso na Jamensa can say Owe Fansa Hans Flick and Deco sporting director no yes woman kasa do to me Ashomonsam akache place ne say proud to El Clasico onsanka normally on bar obo say be a media house we call na be on la me yama interview e be we call the young no aba no wadi nkomo kakra na English for so no mo de yes so mo makwan ema player bi enkoye interview adia ay very important say event na be so nyame yarma Sunday no ay decider say basa for so ajatum say El Clasico no and be decide league intina say game no ay decider Wontumi no players anko kasa bossa na and central for beside wo makomachi and am from Champions League no and as am lose El Clasico agena beya and a fine kosi hi wo yo wa ya masa wo mo mpene toto empene no ntino wo bia ni tumi so kwadi nkomo agisi abo Clasico awie and no e serious city na Jeremy from Paul wono so ebe koma catch us bossa no anka de omo pepa aye Denzel Dumfries na so so kwa bedo na so unya enti Jeremy from Paul no aye plan B Namum asosebia basa benyeska no mabekoti se Liverpool koye aye 35 million euros. Liverpool for say enom ana so boy no the contract ni mo ana sa amount e should be rules clause and ye clause na ye negotiate o se do be kotua 222 million ema mo Managerial ban say mo so mo pedia aye 35 million euros and one also bana obetua sana Jeremy from Bono and some atumi aba ewa brano peno and some update ba mama player ye fano say Mohamed Salah ye ba Premier League ni mo na Mo Salah kwakwaja wadunu bi for the third time wey FWA and no Football Writers Association for no one awards and ye na almost this season dear Edjama Mohamed Salah and a Football Writers Association a man of footballer of the year one of my babawa ye found Alessia Russo or Bonabo and some Arsenal or no and then ya sawa Dragamen can say Yamia Duma at 22nd May and a Football Writers Association for no one some a dinner so our London dinner because we London no Salah ebe fi Liverpool and some aba London aba je na word na Alessia Russo one London data no so by event na say aba je na word no aye 22nd of this month na Salah aba ka aye se Henry and na okoma award we ma je na premier sa Henry e je 3 times Mohamed Salah we je 2018 what in 2022 and this year 2025 no Mo Salah as I just I want to know that yes and as well no as I update mate say Premier League no Romote, and your player of the month for April. And so I come out branch fan sir Alexis McAllister, EA Sports. I'm a player of the month award alcohol. And somebody I'm a branch fan sir McAllister was in a kai. And somebody my Liverpool sir the month under review. I'm a full boy in modern bono. And somebody yes I saw any partine. One no, and a player of the month no. One some Germano. Now German second say coach na. You found an slot a press conference where we na I'm a ball. Chese Arsenal enye game ketuo ye de yatie de afirima wi na nyame yaduma Arsenal and Liverpool no enso eye 3:30 area ana sama chenem abeba so ana Chelsea ebeko Newcastle eye Sunday anopa 11 ti early kick off bibia timisi yes Newcastle for no say match way almost biggest game of the season. I'm say what Liverpool Man City Arsenal when I'm quite out of the fifth way baba was it where I am a biggest game of the season what budget title of Liverpool some as a Chelsea match way and at the biggest game which was already a Nibra pa and I send down by 11 and some match anymore now Liverpool coach in here on Trent Alexander-Arnold and you coach and who are saying and there'll be a reaction Sunday because mo be bom game na you say the league the manchina e be supporters no be tesukoko e dey atre Arnold because or the announcement about say Wontumi mo Liverpool ni biem okọ etu ase na be ye ana coach say board no dey obedi akire obi say e be asere ana asemuna eni wono ana be kire reaction e so obi e ma kwada na fa say Arnold demom do be so kan nyina so wo hwe say be energy anyam yarma Sunday e be ko so nyina no e be ko the players no so namum enko this particular player enko eso yenche Liverpool coach and a slot.
If it's Trent or me or someone else who works in this industry, that's not new for anyone. Probably it's a bit more for him now than he's used to, and maybe a bit more negative than he's used to. But I don't follow all of this. I'm not here to tell the fans how they should react. I will see Trent in a bit, and the boys had a few days off as well, so I will wait and see how he feels about him announcing that he's going to leave the club. I did speak to him on WhatsApp, but yeah, let's wait and see. But I'm not here to tell the fans how they should react. I think we're all disappointed, but Trent is the first one also who said that he would prefer us as a team and us as a club not to be too much distracted by this announcement. So I'm hoping that all the energy on Sunday goes to the players and to the support of our fans, and as less as possible to Trent. opinion about us if it's trying
to coach
me.
And fan say and a slot and I'll tell say yeah den accepts and so Emma ebiem and some sense and training back kubisanos ya to say Real Madrid and okono sa and you na na media minim on kan chobia so okomado say wo feel Liverpool akọ eno nko ne anim entia bia okomado de obenya club o cab bia ba but o so obi an kan jane say akora ne so okom Madrid e bia won santwe no na onim yentie coach no on Madrid rumors are chese no so enenam
leaving the club ahead of his contract expiring so as he can play in the Club World Cup. Can you tell us what the club's thoughts are on that? Is that potentially likely to happen?
Do you know where he's going now?
We understand that the direction of travel is Real Madrid.
Okay. No, he hasn't said anything about it himself. The only thing he said is that he's going to leave the club. So for me, it's impossible to comment on where he's going and if that is a club that is going to play in the Club World Cup. You see on my smile and that we both know where he's going to, but it hasn't been said yet. So that's impossible for me to comment on. And team selection is as it's been last week. It's going to be the same.
Yeah, then accepts MFA. My man fan to himself, Ruben Amorim Shak, Fanama Menua. When we a game on signing autograph outside the stadium near day. I know we never know what video to say. Coach Amorim, Mateus Cunha, Coach Nankasano Osre, Urietian or Tati coach as a coach and Kemi Sampa, Ebia Cunha Eba, and as a Cunha, Enyamano, Yentenium and Koma and Corso.
Can you sign this Pogba back, please? Ruben, Pogba, please.
Thank you.
Ruben, please. Cunha is coming. Cunha. Ruben is Cunha coming. Oh, I see the smile, Ruben. He's coming. Can you sign this Pogba back, please?
Yes, and Cunha is coming. Oh, I see the smile, Ruben. Not just Mausa Momo was rented Cunha ba and on my fans outside the stadium now. Tess Yabika Krabana shockingly. When we said this season, may you lose 3 times to Tottenham Hotspur. And of course, Bama will be on the league and said yes, it's your two the Baba Jaji mistake. But come to Shire boy, when you lose a game, it's also throw some money Baba Jet title no Yencha Ruben Amarum.
We can. Every game has its history. So we lost the 3 last games. We can win this one. So if you look at the odds, we are closer to win than to lose. Both teams are going to play like all or nothing in this kind of game. It's quite similar. The position of the coach is quite similar. I know that Ange has one more year. It is different the context, but we are struggling both of us. So I don't know what is going to happen. That is a good thing and a bad thing with this team. I never know. So I will try to prepare the game, but I think we are improving.
Manager Fanasa Ruben Amorim now telling Castle Denin Samino at the Alabama Chelsea coach as I say, once our chances on by a record now. Manager no Enzo Maresca essay Omunas game here on Pano against Newcastle Nyamiama Sunday no matches are coming in or more bonnet to say one more final Yentia coach na our second be also one more trophy now Premier League games are cano one more bonnie.
It's important because don't forget that we start in the playoff of this competition, not even in the group, and to reach the final it's important. And for me the Conference League it's like a starting point to build winner mentality and then to try to win more things and more titles hopefully in the future. 4 more games, official game until the end, 3 Premier League games and then the final. Now the most important game for us become Newcastle. We have 20 days to prepare the final, and we see game after game. We're gonna choose for every game the best 11. It's important because
manager na swear the Man City bobo kuno one more help fullback na air right side and I report to am inside can say Man City for no ready mo say one some betimi anya be Florent vet make a choose player ba kwa Pep pan pano and some air Florent vet ono ana manager ni nyana nkope but boy no dada ne ma me no ebeso otena Leverkusen ana ne papa so be sa kwara ne ko aye bobo ku afa ne say ba monchen and say one no ya na ma me no papa for still now if you are out you too bad you know what to go abonten make just scanning in our for my account to almost kwa I want also kono na ebi ama Pep enya kweta no na Carlos Baleba make an some Charles Pep ensu nya akwada na opa January wo mo koi anya ye onum say yeso ma kwa community na Manchester aro ekoso no nyina no Man City ama scout akwhwa akwada na ye fa no Carlos Baleba eno enso aye kakra film eba Arsenal maka tro say striker omo pa bi na se de minya no say sika sem no wo mo say be depend some more na timi kodia ene Arsenal enso ebetimi asane bia ba hyehyem enso ene ade ama no aye kakra film enso ade ba sansam no nyina no ye de ye tefo ye fancy na afro bedwa form na ye ntoaso no playoffs no semi final our Western Conference Warriors eluzu 117 against 93 Emma Minnesota Timberwolves enso ababa tie a series with game 2 aye 1-1 yamana fe abedwa form na ye ntoaso this aye Wontumi Sports Buffet meza na bibia find it
oh nyame adom fancy me gitumi se ho ye
nyame adom bibia
yes it's a fantastic Friday.
That's right.
Of course it's a Friday wo you do for because e dru samre abantima kwasi buache unya ska to boase ye bi
hwe no e besi
oni to boase bi a on de ne kokona ba ne de ene de o tigina mu town and so far left to far right obi ankoda ye do for but fancy me anchia nante and the boys in Wasafo.
That's right.
Yes. Because
no man can
say heavy too
Mike is soon
much. Tell me you had 3 points.
I'm saying iPhone 4 Pro Max, 14 Pro Max, and I ran a 90 and then the guys in the Bame
said that you trivia phone with the BM Premanenko.
Oh, 90
Yamisha, heavy too much.
Because I never found the boarding.
Yeniso.
Na abafie no.
Yeniso.
Once again, whoa. Steve, so here.
Yeah, nyame adom bibia hye and the fiada.
That's right.
Fiada so the trading point the and then run so. Mr. Chelsea call final. And omo on the verge of an unprecedented record.
Even see that.
Say omo winning on all fronts.
Yeah, crazy.
Against Betis at that form and
Pocolio
why
at that form the mom and no I'm sure I'm say Chelsea for blues on church on your one of hey
Pocoli
afamo sa pepe and
well mesa yankwe
fancy but tell stories na first of all my medical shots am free Kylian Mbappe issue no hwade fancy me say adebako wiase mo say pa bema o chance say oh yeah a chance say you are never strong and also you weak pa so no x be a jai na still now you can't get over the x afi no koto phone na dia akotwa status hweme na meni o mato 14 Pro Max and no koto atade fofora no wa hye na digital status just say you want to prove to or x and say any moment in time you are far better off without your x. It makes you a weak man because rabon obi a moving on obi a bonne there the na chere say wo x no nyo okay now na be chere x this way okay that's so okay now Kylian Mbappe ni Paris Saint-Germain don na mo do e no mo ja ade na Paris Saint-Germain e no they are showing as almost supporters as some weak bi kakra and I'm qualify for final without you na weakness my team which is a lie. That was who X be a match be or the amount the me wa be our guest be a odi kan show ko be a match be sada. Hwe or the eyes are far baby atafre baby am woni black ni nyina free so obi anya obi da. Ba free so ja wo ko e na wunyo obi afanse obudi tiro o so ya like ka de free so pe. Ebia na esi no.
So the day
or the eyes. Eto nanum no the fifa baby a wo say black na free so.
Hey. Teacher for you.
Wontumi. La ko ka white no.
Sa wo ye bi na be na ho.
Oh, na say sex education obi ai bi.
Okay, do ye na do.
Enyam na me ye.
Black ne ko no, on e ka just say black na.
There be no na ka kire me. Say adisua me mesua no by practical.
Another video.
No, enye by practical.
Okay.
What you say they are.
Whether igbeni be gas enyari for
ba ho obi issue relationship issue people come to you. So be be common sense what you say so what you
papa ebe won na still a o ji feeling bam no.
Because I sit down on the 10 on the 10 phone there I say hey. Kylian Mbappe issue now. He won the French League for Paris Saint-Germain on numerous occasions. He was their best player on numerous occasions. And ɛna de Paris Saint-Germain ko gyina podium so say ma ba be gyina podium so say bia me ye wo FIFA Ballon d'Or and I say bia me ye bia FIFA World Best. And the fact that he has moved to Real Madrid doesn't mean say he's not winning trophies. Already no ko and waji the UEFA Super Cup. Or and waji the FIFA Intercontinental Cup.
Yeah.
Now in the La Liga they are still in quest. Despite the fact say omo be 30% chances so mbeti imagine the La Liga. Omo FIFA Club World Cup here day. Ebo, he is scoring goals, he is comfortable, he's okay. The fact is also I qualify for final and also doesn't mean the final no kwako here day. Okwako J. It's a terrible they should measure their way of as on money Kylian Mbappe. And Kylian Mbappe and you know one about Paris Saint-Germain are going to be the Champions League. Even with him, any name I'm the final of the Champions League. But Messi beka no. Who the final of the Champions League? Say anything I'm born on quantity. They should allow him to breathe. And fancy, he has not been a flop at Real Madrid. The number of goals Kylian Mbappe has at Real Madrid. The number of games our boy decided to Real Madrid. Look at what he came to even do in the Copa del Rey final. But the Real Madrid team, you can't change it. The borderline that is still there, they say individually he's doing well, but as a team in Real Madrid, Nankasano, or more issues they will need to solve. It's way a WM say Akumatia Naba. Omo tai kai ka omo ko mutrimu come back onyom ne bo mutrimu sa emfa. But Kylian Mbappe has moved on. Obi antena ne baby no obi anwe no. Na de bia motage abrante de say why say no akwa ko say there be ensiwa. First Xabi Alonso to Real Madrid no. Any who commodity and it is becoming a reality.
Oh yeah.
From time to time, yes, from time to time over the years ni na story ni established. But now say Xabi Alonso be bob by Liverpool na mane say me ekono. E hono na na problem no. But this time around, everything clearly shows it's about my money here. So we move it to Real Madrid. Now, if you are doing a proper discussion around this Real Madrid team and Xabi Alonso, firstly, the first question I'm asking myself here say, is it well built to handle the pressure and get results for Real Madrid? Subsequently, we can have further discussions about how this Real Madrid setup being played under former players' results ACTTA. For example, Zinedine Zidane or the Real Madrid Barbeji Champions League not also 1, 2, 3. But Yehu Fernando Hierro coaching Real Madrid at some point in time. Yehu Santiago Solari coaching Real Madrid at some point in time. Yehu Sanyo Mani Bebre, but na performances net say and results net say. Nipa ba ko pen da musunko. Zinedine Zidane. Ana among all the odds no, odi bibia dey. Eto no ye bibi di ma Real Madrid. Now with Xabi Alonso, he will be measured along the expectations of Nyoma Mienu. Any nipa mienu. Nyoma mienu ni bejina La Liga, any UEFA Champions League. Especially looking at baby Barcelona free ban. Any more dominance ni more Musadia Torre Madrid so gidi. Any nipa mienu, Carlo Ancelotti, and Zinedine Zidane. The entire don't measure you against Carlo Ancelotti here. Say you are coming to replace him. It will be replacing on a day na Carlo Ancelotti yeah. Or the Champions League do say. La Liga no je do say La Liga no cross the points is saying je. Champions League na Carlo Ancelotti beje no oje nim prahe. Then man management in terms of individual players in Real Madrid stars e bi mu hu omuso mu ye superstars no. Fancy and so be managing the same. That is one expectation. The second expectation we have to do is Zinedine Zidane because we are a former player of Real Madrid. So whatever Zidane came to do with Real Madrid be measure. It is a whole spectacle of expectations from Real Madrid fans for Xabi Alonso, who is coming into an environment that will be there. Onim say demanding. Omo accepted things so easily. Say ebi ayabo league awie. No Barcelona the 3 points at you the league, and Atletico Madrid the 3 points at you the league. There be empne. When the club are obetimi akọ trophyless in a season. Ama wie ya the next season oba ya no mo do ato apampantre so. Ni ebo de kire wiase afanya nyina so ya de. This is a club when you go trophyless and the following season no pack on your man wako. So it is either a club that can make or make Xabi Alonso in his career choices. Ebetimi abubu no kra. Ebetimi so left na the na certain standard be he will be highly respected in his quest to be among the top managers or more wiase. Bana once my first one be no. Eso hangi ho. Because they believe so
far they were bought 3 seasons with Liverpool.
Were bought 3 seasons with Liverpool.
Because in the first season by now omon na ye.
No mon na ye.
And obey
or stabilize it. I think that is what qualified them for the Europa League.
Yeah, I know. Or boss last season.
Last season, or unbeaten league, you know.
League in
and DFB Pokal. And Olusu the final of the Atalanta.
Yeah.
And on the third season, Bayern Munich did 6 points or 8 points actually in the league in Mudiaje. He's out of the DFB Pokal, and a lot of things are going to happen. But you see, the domino effect of whatever that is going on there, players being involved, Nyoma being involved. Because now that he's leaving Bayern for Leverkusen, now Florian Wirtz. You saw the Bayern Munich campaign for the income. I said this to somebody some time ago. Say, Man City will scale what we are seeing now. But German players, they have more respect or more legends. No, you can't put it aside. Because we not borrow, we no could dim come on catch us some pelbana money base. They will move.
Because they say some 2 weeks ago now they may ridiculous say buying for no pay system. Also, hono sa Dresden money. Friend Christoph friend mono woman internal coach never press conference biana na sporting director account. So more pay system on bit me bought 2 number 10s.
That is it.
So we bought Florian Wirtz at the same time Shama Musiala as the 2 number 10.
And they want to create whatever they have created with the national team.
Yeah.
Oh, Bayern Munich. Yeah. Because already Florian Wirtz need Shama Musiala and the national team.
So bet na Leverkusen after Xabi Alonso, Jeremy from Pombeko, Jonathan. Sure.
I even doubt for players with say Victor Boniface.
Yeah. I don't quite know we Saudi.
And Patrick Schick. Some of these key players, you know, I really doubt to say we are but Real Madrid no so now oba fancy Real Madrid be about 3 back now. When if what was Real Madrid about 3 back?
Oh, some they say but all the results be ban kwa there.
Results are key. But a new face of everything Real Madrid aye.
Ain't me yet to say the ne. My main fan to say Arsenal, Chelsea. On say be a Kaisedo Botu, but I'm in possession. I know about the Shenfinfi. Alonso to me, yes, I will. And I change and transfer the 4 back.
Possible because once when you're Arnold, defensively, Arnold is not sound.
Yeah,
so they can push him ahead. Now, to me, I create all the chances, the spaces over here because Arnold in the ne weapon, ne offensive threat. Not the defensive attributes. I don't know there are things that can sign away here, but the manager coming in, any players or more linked to Real Madrid nature said there will be a change because manager Bia would want to play a style or comfortable with, no feel say man results because in the Bundesliga, not many people now in their wildest imagination will say that say Leverkusen will challenge Bayern Munich. He's not a Dortmund coach, but Leverkusen coach, and Koyes. So, possible. There are possibilities, and I feel you can do that.
Why I asked that based on the fact of Real Madrid's current setup and what will make them comfortable. And for quite some time now, Real Madrid is more. Personally, I don't know if you've seen Real Madrid play 3 back before. Maybe Real Madrid about.
I'm not sure say be a system no problem.
Well, what am I say? But the availability of the players to play such a system. Now, Real Madrid centre backs now Alaba, Rudiger, Raul Asensio, Vallejo, Tchouameni Munina Ababubia or centre back one na. Alaba money we want money na muna. Umbetimi abo. Real Madrid need to go into the market to get centre backs. Looking at maybe almost find yourself now free seminar or modern. Umbetimi akwakofa. Real Madrid will need an attacking left back because Oka Soko wing back now. Felon Mendy and Fanny more wing back. Frank Garcia and Fanny more wing back. Then you have to get your 2 midfielders. Ombetimi about to say Granit Xhaka born and Omubo which say and so Real Madrid yes or more be the double number 10 no Rodrigo, Bellingham, Vinicius, Kylian Mbappe. Who is going to be your number 9? One will be or double number 10s. I'm eager to see what Alonso has in store for us. For Trent, it has never been in doubt. Say or no, or be fit so well in this particular system if they decide to play. But Real Madrid supporters, ebe open to 3 back. Number players, be how we be players, be soon adaptation, a lot of things. You know, this is where I'm coming from. And Real Madrid in your club, me say fancy, you train who so. ɛhɔ na nya Manchester United na walusu for be 6 games at twaso league mu a ya ka cho say nya abotre mfama wo obana system no on the sport na neoma hye dan picking farmer wa on betime yiwadi. It doesn't matter if you're a legend of the club or not. That is the kind of pressure Oba face. Pressure Oba face or Real Madrid. There's no time for adaptation.
No.
There's no time. It by now no kra no 3 mu no say hunu de obeye nyina basis na preseason why the preseason kra nya daji because na enyo no na bebo the club World Cup. FIFA Club World Cup because
no say there to say omo person Ancelotti be we na the farewell be baso so it could be say Alonso the team be call the Club World Cup no be so started from the scratch. I mean I feel Club World Cup no be another preseason amano
but Madrid in fact Club World Cup preseason da especially with the tournament awudia unya not less than $120 million. Sure fancy omo yes can change bibia. I say tournament to Barcelona for ni be shame bia. Me sure say nka hwan ka do mo ye Champions League ni kura so akomodo mu tin nyina beto abo because $120 million dollars. Enye ska ketwa. So Real Madrid are not going to joke at the Club World Cup. And omo tournament bia wo be sha se wo bo bia na fancy. Omo person omo na the first to win the edition of that particular competition. Because we believe say be a special club. And be a special bia should be about them. It's the first tournament like that. On my best champion motor, there's that arrogance and aura about them. Yeah, Real Madrid. Yeah, but now grown here, baby. It is a one hour experiment in quotes.
Yeah.
It's your monomoba. And you want about three back now, be lose up by one hair pressure, never shall see through. To me, I prefer say, come to me. Come ida Santiago Solari Munia Munkobo FIFA Club World Cup, no, or relaxing no hit team Nankasa. No for prepare for preseason kakre beba so then to start the league. But who knows? Obiaso or magic hands sheni bottom. When Zinedine Zidane was coming, Oshaha sekani fanu when mu twetwe dey etwa. So when Zinedine Zidane time of Real Madrid, we all had doubts at some point in time. Would you bet me the Real Madrid team na day? But there was an instant impact with Zinedine Zidane. Hopefully, let's see what Xabi Alonso is having also in his hands. So also ba instant success no. Obetima ba be yedey aba benya bi hwade football hia trophy we che bibia football hia trophy we che bibia. But on the other hand side you look at Manuel Pellegrini any do obeye wo City
experience
any baby a wakofa wakopie Rebetis na rebo a Rebetis but na Rebetis here 4 points off the top 4 spot abeba oda itina Inaki William brothers na ma. And at the William brothers now mabo return league ni binu me hu ni say now mo focus on league ni so because mo check points na e don mo ne Rebetis mu ntam na mu wa and Villarreal is also right behind them. If you man careful they will lose the spot and more crucial games including the home game against FC Barcelona. But Rebetis ni so hu ni say no one qualify for Champions League. There is no problem with Rebetis not qualifying for the Champions League, but definitely he needs to represent with the European stage, you know. So ko Europa na eyama no budget iswa. But all players be to say Anthony Bofiki be to net me chase and I'm say hey, me I'm one person I've never been in doubt about Anthony's quality, say the talent potential say bono ni bono. I've never had doubt about it. But the problem was adaptation, fitting into the right system and delivering consistently at the top level, especially when it comes to the Premier League and Manchester United. I've seen games at Antonio bossy such games. For example, Manchester United and Sevilla. Europa League na Sevilla ko United from the return leg. The first leg, solid. Even against Real Betis or Old Trafford. And with the Europa League, solid game. The game against Arsenal now, on the first match, no be say go no. Subsequent games you could definitely even see it. Any Chelsea game na end 4-3 no. And Ko Palmer be say Salah's goal no.
And that game no cry no. Mo ball Chelsea we next game na Anthony to bench. I was like ball or boy.
Anthony was superb in that particular game. Yeah. And now environment and matter of football mo. Wherever you find yourself, baby our sumbedwo amanfo jiudi no. Fancy area say on udru baby na se njiwundi e ya pa. Eba sa na wo kasakra na na se suro kakra bi yedey. Ewo mu ba so bia jiudi no kase chale unim ade we ne ye unim ye yero unim ye de bia confidence ne bananya the right environment you deliver Now Anthony is giving his best because Enno Kahu and qualify here. 1 assist, 1 goal. Fancy on the qualify Betis. Se Betis ebetimi apre for the top 4 no league ni mo a nipa ama 4 points na ba so Anthony because the last game no mo league ni no on the share the last goal ni man 2-1.
Yeah.
So he's not only proving to be part of the quantity, but he has now proven himself to be a quality addition of this side. It's a by numbers. He say your both players no 1, 2, 3 and I share this number of goals. Obi obeti 30 goals. By 30 goals, ne mu 20 ni goals e den fa so bia ba e.
Shebi toso.
But Anthony Diano or share at crucial moments. Said the Nano Rebecca Scott McTominay Diano. That is the same thing Anthony is doing. I would love to see what will happen in the final. There is a cultural problem. There's an environmental problem. Just say Bibia Frisuru Besi for Munyo.
Because Anthony Mashakra call Greece so we.
Never Scott McTominay. Never Fred. Fenerbahce. Player be aba so asan wonya de. But player no tutu ni na call ya na player na ebo ball no. Itina na no na ya mafo ye na Moses coach, yes coach na mka chem se Manchester United problem and yes coach asem. There's a cultural and environmental problem bi o club ni mu a. Ase na wo so mutu because players ne bad they are not comfortable. So maso mu nwi omo. And the old players no so na na Steve O na make say old players ne nyoma na o ma ye wo United ne kasa bebrebe no. Because we're speaking about Garnacho. And I make say Garnacho could have 21 goals and assists this season. Any other club na Garnacho Bobiano kuta sa numbers na. Me sure say Kabana ke can say Garnacho talent in nyoma cry dey. E was so. But the United supporters know say Garnacho was searching obia o team nim. But we check under 20 players. Any of numbers na Garnacho na the third best. Yama na first. Garnacho na the third best. Yama na first. It can any other club. The problem with United and their fans and their legends is they overdo things many of the times. Or more over hype it, or more over criticize it, or more over expect it. Everything or more be broso. But oblemo mo bebre ye because I akoda on no see so no private Canada in the school. Ni aso air conditioner si ni so. Now what the taxi ni man or timo expect is a taxi no. Ya so air conditioner no taxi maybe I me no can say taxi ni air conditioner fit nyina ayemre. Afi e boka kra na bi wura ni mo say wo de car we die. Eso enye ono a car na e papa. Make us say because car no cry papa chen ba ko na timo na air conditioner bodo. But we be kitu e because your expectations no was bebre. So the final. Good results for Chelsea, good results for Betis. Enzo Maresca pressure on so. He needs to deliver Champions League football. I'm telling you, so this atrophy were enough for Todd Boehly, but it's not enough for him. Per materials, no, but Todd Boehly wants something to start in the era, no. It's a very significant. And maybe in the history books, said Steve Walker said Chelsea or Maji Bibia, now any European trophy be and Chelsea aye Ajibidano and also so that. But Enzo Maresca next few games no so na obo video no ka say finals ni ade no enough for manya better bema Chelsea ne na wa ba betu bibike Roman Abramovich am so say nka won season no kasa America assistant na coach team no it is our final na wa kan de nya no e wo say works ni show because Pochettino won be season last season no share number of games the number of points or accumulating towards the end of last season nya enyo market wa but no kromu ja na kwan bibi na asesa bibi ntia Kawokra can be a Kenyan Nicolas Jackson a striker. Casa America striker now on the dress room. What is Caso crap Pamuan Roman Abramovich aba? Try and meet the expectations. But I'm happy for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United. 7-1. Fancy any score like it was.
It's not pen make my idea because and over my you in the Europa. As a my win a Premier League, you know. So once I make catch somewhere last week or two say, no one's Amorim say. Premier League na me say more than so and your own fat because over Premier League na on to menje target na be so on qualify for the Champions League and the other thing na say kwan da Europe na ho dia on channel energy ni na fan call
na teams na United na wabo Europa no United abo Porto
yeah
wabo Sociedad wo wabo Bilbao wabo most of the big matches na wo ma and odi aba and the last time who we be crampo Man United Roma you will be a Europa and some will be a Champions League. So these are results. It will push you and encourage you. But I think the all English final no, that's what set the tone.
Tottenham Hotspur. I know from a goal Manchester Arsenal.
Now triple change. BBS is sign quick.
And I'm Messi Mount moving after 20 months.
2 goals.
Quick. 2 goals.
This is the Messi Mount of the Chelsea Champions League. You know, and that was a typical example of who he is.
Yeah.
Because last season at Chelsea got the Champions League. Okay, so she go be say against Porto. Or 10 in a ball, so shot, and he was very instrumental in that particular setup. On one the ball 2 pass the you need your top players. First, you do final now. I'll come and explain the reason why. Sa final we know. Casemiro, Bruno, Messi Mount, any Harry Maguire game. Maybe trade the entire sa. Say the entire sa 4 players we know. Yomu game. Ne the entire Tottenham Hotspur no. Any question Mushe United they just a trophy way. But United will good track record. Say whenever they beat a Spanish team in the semi-final of the competition, in terms of European competition, they go on to win the trophy.
And Arsenal the enemy.
Now, when we say United lose an European final against an English club, when was the last time you saw some? Anna United was any tray. Man, we said Tottenham for near saw tray. When could be some Manchester City season now United GFA Cup. A different ball together. But I'm not saying Tottenham cannot win it. Tottenham subetimi atia United power game we say I'm a Postecoglou so asem o say he wins things in the second season no abem.
Okay.
Wana we dem say bukra be da chen France need telephone.
Asem mo game ni de eni na ba be
attention obia we interest.
Yes de no so obia we interest. As the one we so be on the popcorn
no I get Premier League to
no pressure.
No pressure. Yes, so mo bomb pressure Chelsea be lose draws. Most mo de na man for say Tottenham supporters na say James na breaki.
It's a over day.
Say James na breaki McCain. Edge tight there then it means Tottenham so be tight.
Now when we say open because say what the Fifi.
Maybe Chelsea be January.
Because Tottenham they no interest.
Okay. What was about champions?
Say London for
Steve.
Yeah, I am more United ne Ruben Amorim Abaso and Rado Maya no almost deserve credit because a typical European night. Look at the number of games on my ball, on my call, I'm beating. And almost drew baby or Madrid. You need to give United almost credit. But now we say what is wrong at United? What is wrong? They say, you see, in life, when you fail to appreciate growth, it creates a problem. In Tibia, Obetima from Messiah, say, boy, or menteno, or the need Drew baby, but Obetima Drew stage B, now he's good at what he's doing. But why you still see him as that Yaro, on you be Mapijano. When you fail to appreciate sad growth, you create a problem. That is why in Ejuma Bebrebe, bosses be in subordinate be a problem because they fail to appreciate growth. You see, the United they fail because they fail to appreciate a looming danger near the other side of Manchester, and that is Manchester City. Now say I kind of world of football. Now you discuss clubs I want one of the finest academies a team now friends of Manchester City. Now over the period of the last 7 or so years, see a team are producing players and I say mo players dear or free the Manchester City Academy anymore. Also Teneko Palmer Jadon Sancho, a couple of them a free Manchester City. Back in the 2000s, Omunya said the class of 92. I don't know yet then. A United true and true. Nkwadana ya form from almost system na and a buyer graduated to leveler the United Edge trophies. And they so City team ni more. War a couple of players be youngsters and they almost started City muchire ni nyina no. City Academy no timi produce players bema. They are not faced by the challenge and I say what is going on. They just want to exhibit the football or almost from the Etihad campus, So United failed to sense a danger, appreciate the growth of Manchester City. They just saw them as one of those steamer and you may be sustainable. But now Manchester City are back to stay, and they are doing the right things in the modern football. and no Nama United Akechi. It is talking about structure, culture, Nina Diego. But check the other side of Manchester. And Ubun's the city, Diano, or Mashishan to perfection. And Yuma Ekoyima. So credit to them for making it to the final. The final will decide. And Ruben Amorim Nidia, some Canada said, on your title to calm the waves are because of more legends and they Vasson company, Akoji Bundesliga. United legends na ye podcast over tea. No more chire time where you say among koshe jacket ni bi me gina chire on coachi. Ano mu gina chire no mo discuss where san where you say. Now team say ya de ni nyina no mo legends ne nkasa kese. This is a fact. But United, they will talk from morning to evening on various podcasts. May share the new strategy of transfers. Real Madrid at the Abba football. You see, Madrid will always want to be number one. I did a friend a second or Mompe.
Yeah.
That is their culture. That is their DNA. And see, from 2000s in Ebano, o check world record fees are their top players. O check the list. Madrid are dominant. Say if a player be a born break world record at this point, Madrid are dominant. That was their strategy. And I'm tagging as Galacticos. Young fast stars nembra. Now stars na yede ban not just for footballing reasons, but a commercial bit to those transfers are here. Into Beckham beba, Zidane beba, Ronaldo beba, Luis Figo from rival, and Omokofano ebai, Kaka CR7, the Golden Boy the 2014 Walker, James Rodriguez beba, Gareth Bale. And for Luka Modric. So these are top quality players on the mobile. But the entire Madrid team here, yes, transfers, perceived financial power and as a transfer power. So all the other clubs, now Madrid, I was rich in terms of their finances. Now Soviet wealth about football, and then they say Saudi for now befa Abu Dhabi for now befa Manchester City. So they have that wealth. And of the sponsor club, and a Paris Saint-Germain, the NCAA baby free Qatar, and then Newcastle, Newcastle, Saudi. Chelsea nso owned by yes. Chelsea the no twemo out him say cruising in such as here. And a Liverpool so American owners now ewo hosa. So at the end na Manchester Real Madrid at the Bayern Kesesem because the transfer fee Paris Saint-Germain etuano Real Madrid in Tuabi. Ni Saudi for no betimi akọ to their fa player no Madrid in team koti. So we share the move of Neymar to Paris Saint-Germain. No? Then they ought to have changed a lot. And Omotna said the strategy that they were going in is say young Brazil. Any talent to be you want to say what the potential to grace the world stage in the final. And Uncle for Johnny Calafat. Or buy no for Vini Jr., Rodrigo, Eda Militao, and Omo join a Madrid team. No, Omo time to develop. So that was their strategy. But say no, the modern strategy. Adia man here didn't say club will be per player beer or global appeal. No, yeah, anything say Madrid now were attractive force based on almost stature. A Real Madrid now Casano in itself a player no. And then they will lure you with a Ballon d'Or. Omo we no maka say hanen dey o ba Champions League to omo to play bia omo no call Champions League room ho. Yeah. Omo nkyere La Liga trophy. Oh yeah, omo cabinet na Champions League ne go echi.
Go 15.
E ho na obi a person OGB. Inti those were the pull factor in Real Madrid at the far players. Say Adiana Sasa inti enya ne den. The name the pull factor na what that force sebe attractive player na it still exists. Now Madrid the top player free club be na a block and I say a gap or so ultimate bridge how to negotiate with the club. Arrive at the fee Tiama club no I start negotiate with the player and it's a now who negotiate with the club now pay the payment structure. Nina so somehow a task for Real Madrid. Inti finding another way. And they say, yentimi go toe to toe with the Saudis or the Abu Dhabis. But you bet you be Real Madrid and Bema are successful. And they say, okay, let's start talking to these players. So who trophies we it still exists. One who deal with Bema Ballon d'Or. But the person here and say, Anki 290 million the Liverpool for Arnold. Bra, never 20 million as signing on fee. Into the one down or contract. You bet sure that the Sikebiaba, I bet sure Mabufu. We know so definitely they will not accept.
Yes, I say you try.
Yes, yes. Almost starting negotiation with you. Kase, you are focused on the target now. And they say you perceive a Premier League, you perceive you say. Now you are winding down time. Until I get closer, no, negotiations become difficult for the player and the parent club. Until Kobasa near the 20 million abase, remember that I bid 20 million for Arnold. They can't some way because of what Arsene Wenger said. Said the negotiation, the deal to bring Arnold to Real Madrid started 2 years ago. Yeah. 2 years.
But all Liverpool also just last season. And I will call command contract renewal.
You see, Niente Liverpool the answer and say under club, say the sporting director no as a sign. So he started negotiations and then we feel there comes Hughes and then Michael Edwards say yes sign you. But the gentleman, his mind is made up. It's not about so per club on it. No matter who comes in anytime, you will still give them ample time to negotiate. Now man for say na player I don't know the business of transfers and straightforward. Football transfer business no and straightforward. It will take time. Into Madrid, the new strategy, the evolution of Masadi about football more almost started the Galacticos and now man phone to me until Roman Abramovich bem until say Saudi Arab for the said now the real men are in, they can challenge us. The Premier League, so our financial strength. And to a player like Sandro Tonali, ideally, the skill set of that gentleman, he should be a player over for Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool's, and then. But the power of money, Amane Sandro Tonali, no AC Milan, or yeah, a real European team, and they over for Newcastle United. Because of the same thing. In Tisikana or the Bekono, Paris Saint-Germain could 222 on the Koto office or Alpha Neymar. Or I call it the bluff of Real Madrid. In Tiabe Dembium. Mbappe, you discover say Baba, you say PSG or Monje. In Tiabe sign away. A banner manja, they can't fault you for doing that until they stay on, hang on. And the next player in line, William Saliba. Now, strategy now, Real Madrid, or they are far Antonio Rudiger, or they are far David Alaba, or they are far Kylian Mbappe, and also they are far Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Munina free players and car, Okomunina Buma Anya, Camarade coffee out close to 500 million.
These are world class names now, maybe Bochrawi.
Got Rudiger a J trophy nana.
Yes.
Oba Madrid.
A deal with
Alaba Gibiana Waba.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Rihanna Waba.
Yes.
Anna Arnold.
Eba. Players are mabo dini nyina. They are world class players. Rudiger is a world class center back. Alaba yehu ne die. Yehu Arnold die. Yehu Kylian Mbappe. Ono no timi jina World Cup final about hat-trick. That is the quality of Omafa. But Omafa is free because Real Madrid idea wono. We as a club will be any dean, any history, any idea of it. And some of this kind of Bermudia, then say you go solely by a dino. You are negotiating with the players. So I was signing off in your mouth, say 30 million. In Tinka Anodi and I say Mbappe, Senka will show me pa. It should be in the region of 225 there. But I felt free and you chase Ghana amount. So Real Madrid will always want to set the pace. They will always want to bully other clubs, but you can't fault them. Omokesi any nyoma or achieve over the years, no, and in fact just a few years and catch it up. Oma ya ye say near this kind of cover Galacticos. Most of what Chelsea betima fabi. It is saying they are a different way. So it's the new trend about in football signings business.
Now no cry. I may say Lenny Euro. I'm so we no who cries or bar United on your Madrid now ko beba. Now my info no so I imagine say Jesus 60 million no mutuya for Euro no munya home faso. Madrid on so say na nya ha into 60 onti.
You see, Real Madrid, based on our history, so you play and now improve you. Unji within Wabebia, you don't play for Madrid. Inti Kwadana omoko for omo no ba Castellano. Straight away oman for omo red team name. Bakaka, a celebrated footballer at Milan. Share Xabi Alonso. Now I am a provie at Liverpool. Michael Owen omoko fa by CR7 omoko fa by. So to play for Real Madrid, you have to be in the category of a world-class footballer. Inti obi a Madrid assign ni bia ne nyentebe. In terms of that level.
Okay. Galacticos.
Yes.
Okay.
Inti Rudiger Enyentebe is a world-class footballer. I know my fan. But he have a different strategy. Because he caught the we mu India FFP no ho intimi. Inti emfechiri. Ya ne boys in nkasa. Your team no son. Say near the Bema, say near Oba Ubenya. And they are doing it. Because Sika Omo presented to Liverpool in January, it was an insult. 20 million.
Oh, when you say the for free.
Yes,
Liverpool also full say carry on £100 million. Yeah.
So Real Madrid club no so omo say yekesia, anye kese kwa anye dedebi no omo de ye. But omo history no, and omo build dia ba be dru ba bi omo di. So we give credit to them. But that is the new way Abba Madrid in the debut of Saliba. So scratch now extend here. It means that we're destined for Madrid. May share the endless production of quality coaches from the Spanish land. Idea my general about mentias. But the never educate you. You see, before Pep Guardiola, there was Vicente Del Bosque and Rafael Benitez, Ebejini Ding at Liverpool. But not before these names, no. Spain has always been perennial underachievers when you talk of international competitions. So Luis Aragonés started in 2008 against Germany. He won the trophy. And Omuba BM in 2010 at the World Cup with Del Bosque, or called 2012 Ecowini. So these two managers set the tone for them, and they were the examples that anybody or who Spain they were looking to these gentlemen in terms of coaching. Then came Pep Guardiola and in Neoma Oye. But Spain, any production line in terms of players, player be free Spain be technically gifted. Into Ubasha Thiago Alcantara, senior Kerese football no bemu ni aje ball no. Share David Silva. Spanish players ni physically they are not dominant. Or they share Spain players ni. See ebasi e call aggressive stars. Spain players ni movie. And then emphasis on the technical aspect of football.
Yeah.
Into Spain for you so adwene more than amubody no. Into force na ne Pep Guardiola ekoye because of how brilliant the players were. Now, Omasan drew the level of who produce coaches. Bem of coach in everyone say Andoni Areola. He's doing very well. And then Xabi Alonso the Bayern Leverkusen Akoji Bundesliga. Yeah, who the Aston Villa manager Unai Emery. Check through Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta. So it looks like they are dominating, taking over Europe. And now
Luis Enrique.
Yes, Xabi Alonso call Madrid. Now name Oma Lenkeno to Leverkusen, Fabregas. So the Spanish coaches will continue to dominate. Now Emakwa, because of Spain, Hona, the Royal Spanish Football Federation, INSA, the technical department near BMU for footballers and young people who aspire to be coaches to lend the Spanish way of coaching. Before now, I mentioned the German coaches. Adiana air drift and kakran England from the more baby. Now Italian coaches in the womb, but now Spanish coaches are dominating and Mbakwa because they place premium on the technical aspect and almost a year. And almost a year, no, all over Europe, they are still dominating. Luis Enrique winning the French league. He's on the verge of winning the treble, or the Coupe de France final, and also about in the UEFA Champions League. So the endless production line of Spanish football in terms of coaching, I think we should give attention to. For all our coaches say, take a leave out of what they are doing and their respective efforts on the continent of Africa, because it's something that all of us I wasn't taking cue from, because dominating in terms of players, dominating in terms of coaches, fancy. This is something that is mind blowing. I mean, personally, I fall in love with how the Spanish are going about their business.
Whoa, Steve, me that say. My share a couple say BBI find here.
Fancy BBI boko.
Well, Solomon Savutela de Enra. You go so you show me nyai, but na baby ane na me baby ana. Yeah, discussing some connection. Man, yes, and can run canopa be 10 krana.
Sure.
But the shame, Bano Pemo, some more. Yeah. So quick, my man say, Menya Safo line so na. Yeah, who dear, you beat me, I and nano pay. Well, Taylor, what time car from Ghana? Good morning.
Good morning.
Now, where dear?
Now, I had one patch on house.
Obadi Adam War, a chief for any Solomon Savu Taylor, former attack at the Mass and Chekorokona, Edink Mosolo. I mean, I don't pay story I had the way in to say, I'm say, I will say if it was be a more minimum, ABOB T1 also be shown on pay live on Wontumi Sports Buffet Swa. The Kame recap Kakrabo and Komono Kakrabi, Diana buy any him finance 70 free, a could do any cast, I should say, the Ghana Football Association into us.
Well, fancy, me that was it. Me share with you for now. The Bayern say like in I say do 2023 coach by coach for back to to be and or say players do our own to me no money day any adjuma game. So na players na me ka ho nti no omo say players no like ombeja acquire bla omoma Ubia Bibia, and I'm saying there be a professional job na me, so unting I say me work professional contract in the unting I say Oma Ubia say. So all your churches are no almost on my fintia to see almost on the check, a tenefi the on the check. Yes, you a contract in Tinesa Uma Bibi, the crime of normal can say a cable on the Yama Ibia. But I say me jam on free party, me yam. Tianoso almost so at the kino in different way like. That's sorry, I must send a message say like me my to registration. So like the NA meeting and I'm so my dream ben I'm in the boko to kui. So into yanko so normally I call GFA ball first or to go here. To me ground them in say BBI okay. See a GFA is a free case in India. I feel them ko share or mama me 3 years band. I mean, I now my abandoned the and I said, Charlie, I say more in the new year. I'm going to lawyer Sikasai, Sissy Naba, no, yes, okay, fine. So much I let them GFA, much more moon fee, or maybe be a moon fee, and how much I P called GFA and fee, or said Tiami, no cars, okay, Sharia, on metro call cars. Now, ya said the outcome every free waba, and I call cars, yeah.
Anti a bounce afe more drew cast and unya penny be or yes so be a beginning a mistake be and I say be no about community and trying to yen front ya mechanical fee when you be some money by anymore.
Fancy make matter just say man no be because now already ten is like or yes I no more determine say like Ombeha me. And all in cars also a lot of money, so no means like Basa Wontumi fan call because Wontumi says kana where the Odebeko cast, you know, like almost sell career amount, you know. And you know, Basa no be a man in change. Me lawyers can and now sometimes I'm church or say like be be able to but still no more fee. Me lawyers in so bufu you know so okay yan ko the other be a embra and almost so choco yeah.
Is it ruling in by and me I so one casa bon come from no akrata na buy no say na say F no a default and a car say F in Chelsea can mount and as a car oh boy a day case no call cars and a cars say F into amount.
Okay, me make my can say on say like so now the case on how the court cars I think say on how be so ko ya appeal to now be TS can so TS can like say a common in favor is you say on where we near then the all the couldn't coin on the BTS can back the majority I say and the sana me who say akoye yeah
to cowboy no na say
fancy me to me can a lot of money but I think but okay
it's you
scanning mode but on say my lawyers mean to me for much and the cancer and Mario abonting there, but I think the is can be umpa. Yeah.
So from the cars, Eddie kind of Bible to ja Enra say I was said the FE and so it's ya at the mount. Ne say and no credit the total amount a cana or boy no.
Say I don't know, say more I don't know, say minimum. Because almost 80% be 20%. So Ushamudia minimum how our law is it here. But I didn't say a dear, I don't know coming. And you know, and I almost 4,000 as I say, and for say me starting my legal in so I don't know, it is a lawyers need to me but the minimum the no me the channel idea sanity because me become a lawyer and all cancer pay the minimum how is it here.